The majority of the current top 100 players are using the Elixir Loong, making him the best ruler in merge tactics. So today, guys, I'm going to teach you exactly how to use him. When you start off every game, you need to go for goblins every single game. We actually get the Swift tile, so I'll probably just get the goblin here, of course, the goblin as well. So we do get 2 goblins to start things off. Perfect start. You know, I actually never, this is my first time playing this modifier, so I'm actually quite interested. A special tile appears on the board, giving its troops 100% bonus hit speed. Okay, so I guess they get faster. Unfortunately, we do lose. However, what we can do is we can claim our goblin, get that merge here. Oh, it actually changes every round, so I'll probably do this. And we actually get 4 goblins to start, so you need to go for goblins every single game at the beginning as early as possible with the Loong, because the thing with the Loong is the Loong actually doesn't get more elixir like the king every time he loses, or the empress with every merge. So the only way for him to get additional elixir is through using goblins. So of course you go for goblins with every ruler, but with the Loong that is especially important. Let's get that wizard here, maybe go for 3-star. We get that upgrade there. Let's go for the, I guess that's pretty much all we could do, but let's move our Dark Goblin on the tile. But yeah, anyways, you want to start off every single game with the Loong by going for those goblins, and you'll obviously try to preserve some HP as well, but in the same time, you'll actually get a better economy through using your goblins here. We're going to completely take out that goblin queen there. Let's grab the Valkyrie just to get that Juggernaut buff. Let's put our Dark Goblin here, 3-star the machine there. And I think that's good for now. But yeah, what you want to do, what I've actually been having a lot of success in, by the way, guys, I'm currently, I think, 1,700 trophies. So we're not like at the very top, but we still are at a respectable trophy count. And on my way up here, I only lost 2 games. So I guess you could say my strategy with Loong is pretty good so far. And what I've been doing personally is I've always been going for goblins early game, just sacrificing if I have to a bit early on to go for those goblins to get that economy. And then I would usually go 4 goblins if possible, sort of at the early to mid game. But after that, I would go for throwers and rangers. Let's go for the, honestly, let's go for the baby dragon, grab that rangers. And I'm probably going to sell, I think I'll sell that guy just to sort of cycle a little bit here. We can grab the wizard here, and I ideally want to go for another archer or something to get that rangers buff. So let's sell this, and then let's try to go for archers, I would say. Go for the Skelly King, upgrade him. Okay, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get much more there. However, what I've been personally finding a lot of success in is going 2 rangers, 2 archers, 2 juggernauts, and then the last card being flex, because you get insane DPS. And with your goblin synergy, you're already farming a lot of those dark goblins or machines, so you'll usually be able to get a 3-star machine or dark goblin at least, so you'll have really strong rangers or a really strong frontline at least. Let's move our guy down, and exactly perfect there. We're going to get that dark goblin. We don't actually need that 4 to 4 goblins now, so we could actually sell that. And I will probably do that and just try to go for a good throwers here. So maybe an executioner would be nice. Unfortunately not, but I'll probably sell that guy. We don't need him, I would assume. I guess we could stick with that. That's not bad, actually. We have 2 electric. But yeah, you usually need to go for either rangers or throwers, and usually rangers are the best because you'll oftentimes be able to get that 3-star dark goblin like I do have now, because if you get 4 to 4 goblins or even 2 to 4 goblins, you'll have a high chance of getting that. Look at the DPS. This is why this hero is the best, because you're so consistent. You can consistently upgrade your cards, and you do not need to rely on RNG like you do with the Spirit Empress. Alright guys, we're going to get the promotion next. Let's try to get 3 troops. As unfortunately kind of an expensive shop. However, we do get a witch and a skeleton dragon, so we get that undead synergy. And you know what? I'm just going to sack this, and I'll probably just promote my skeleton dragon here. Possibly get a 3 elixir card. I don't know. I think that's a decent play, to be honest. I don't think we would have won this against that assassin, so just going to sack there. But we do get a dark goblin next, so that's pretty good. We get a prince as well. I think I'll upgrade the prince, and I'll sell him. And let's try going for goblins here if we can. I don't think we can, unfortunately, so I'll probably just save this for now. You know what? I'm actually going to promote this dark goblin here. And yeah, unfortunately, we're going to lose this next round here. But hopefully we can get something good from this dark goblin. Maybe go for that double rangers if we can, or that double goblin in the next round. So let's go for this E-Wiz here. And let's merge it. Let's just go for these 2 goblins. Let's try to end the round with at least 2 goblins here. We have to sell that guy, I think. We have to sell him as well. Try to go for 2 goblins here. And let's also try to stay alive here, guys. We are a bit low on the HP. We can do that, and I think we're in a pretty good spot here, guys. I would honestly just do this, though, instead, and then promote the Witch. I think this is better anyways, because our Musketeer is going to have that Thrower's buff, even though she has one less Elixir here, guys. So we're going to get our economy started with these two Goblins and take this round. Alright, guys, we did get a bit of a late start here, but hopefully we can come back. We get that Dark Goblin there. I think I will... Let's see. I could sell this guy. Maybe try going for those. Yeah, we get that, so that's pretty good. Let's upgrade the Valkyrie here, upgrade the Musketeer, put in the Musketeer, and we are going to get those Throwers. So we have 4 Goblins. This is the ideal. In my opinion, I like sacrificing maybe a bit of the start mid-game to get those 4 Goblins. Of course, if you can survive, you should do that. If you're going to die out the round, of course, 4 Goblins are a bit weaker, so then you probably shouldn't go for that. But if you can survive, I would definitely go for that if you have a chance of surviving. Hopefully we can survive here, as I say that. I think we can, which is why I did think it would be a bit close, but I did think it would survive the round, so of course, there you go. And we are going to get a Dark Goblin or Machine here, so this is going to be great. Guaranteed merge there, and I think we'll have to stop there. Actually, our opponent is running Assassins here. I just checked, so let's try to fix up our placement here a little bit. Like that, I would say. And then, does this do anything? No, this is good. I think we should do this, and we'll be in a good spot. All right, our opponent does have Assassins. He is a King player. He's not a bot, though, because he has a skin, so it's pretty interesting how he only has 3 units. The Golden Knight's going insane, but hopefully he doesn't get another dash. Wow, the Golden Knight just went absolutely insane, but I think we can still close out this game here. And our opponent, Loong, here has the 3-star dart, so I think what I'll probably try doing is maybe going for these Throwers here. I think that's definitely possible here. We are upgrading quite a lot of them. I'll sell him, upgrade the Machine here, and we are in a pretty good spot now, I'd say. You know what? I'll sell this Mega Knight and put in this guy into the promotion. I do want to get a 2 Elixir card, or a 2-star in the promotion slot, just to be a bit better. And yeah, we're just going against a dead guy, so it's going to be a very easy victory. But let's see if we can 3-star something. Do we get... Okay, we get a Machine. Perfect. 3-star that guy. And I'll sell the E-Giant. I'll get that. We are so close to 3-starring either one of these Goblins. I'll put them in for one more round, take out this King player, and then the next round, we're going to go insane. Okay, we're going to absolutely destroy this King player, which is really good here, guys. What I'm planning on doing is after we beat this guy, let's claim our final Goblin. Hopefully, it's going to be a Dark Goblin we can 3-star, and then I think I'm going to pivot to an actual comp here, so I got to go really fast here. Okay, let's upgrade him. And I actually kind of need to go fast here, so let's see if we can get like an Executioner possibly. Okay, we have to cycle quite a little bit here, but hopefully we get one more upgrade. Okay, unfortunately not. However, our comp is looking quite good for now, and I think we should be able to at least survive. I don't think we're gonna... Worst case, if we lose a round, we'll survive, but our comp is looking really good. I think one switch I could do is sub out the... I would say... Maybe the Knight, if I get an Archer for that Ranger's buff for that Dark Goblin, I think that would be pretty good. But I do want to try to get a high-level alternative to this Knight. Oh, we actually defeat him. That's insane. But I do think this new ruler is extremely strong. We get the Echo Bench. Let's try to buy the most expensive unit. Okay, let's get the Skeleton King, sub him in, and it's actually really useful because we get 5 Elixir. That +1 Elixir actually kind of goes a long way in the early game, especially because you actually get guaranteed Elixir while your opponents don't. And the thing with the Spirit Empress, obviously the Empress is going to be better in the late game, but the issue is with the Empress does not get good RNG. She dies early on, whereas the Loong, if he doesn't get quote-unquote good RNG, which is not, there's not really a quote-unquote good RNG thing for the Loong, I feel like, because if you get a lot of cheap cards, it's fine. Let's get the Archer here, upgrade that Goblin. I think I'll sell this guy again. And let's try going for one Goblin here if possible. Another Goblin. Just one more Goblin is all I ask for. If we can get that Goblin Machine, I'll take that. We can sub him in. And then what I will do is go for that Dark Goblin. And I'll probably... I guess we'll put him in the promotion, or the Echo Bench, excuse me. And we'll grab the Spear Goblin. And then the next round, we'll get 4 to 4 Goblins, which is going to be really good. But when you have the Loong and you're not getting merges, it's not necessarily bad because you can just put them all in with that additional team slot. You don't have to store any extra guys in the bench, so you can actually make use of those extra units. So the Loong is actually just a lot more consistent. Let's get those guys. And I think we'll put in our Goblins here. Let's replace the P.E.K.K.A. And now we're in a very good spot here, guys. Upgrade him. And yeah, we're in a really good spot. What I will actually do is I'll sell the P.E.K.K.A. here. Get this... I actually needed to wait the round, so that was actually kind of a throw. I kind of tried to time it, but that backfired. Worst case, I can get this Dark Goblin. But basically what I was trying to do is I was trying to wait for that round to start, buy that Goblin Machine so I can put him on the Echo Bench and use that. But I did it a little too early. I got a little too trigger happy, but we're all good. We get that 3-star Dark Goblin next, so we're in a good spot. But guys, my best play is I like going for those 4 Goblins, just farming up in the early game, and you'll preserve HP a lot of times because you have that 1+ team slot. So very strong, guys. We can upgrade that that Goblin, and let's put in the Skeleton Dragon for that Ranger buff. And I actually do think this 4-star Dark Goblin is maybe possible, so we're going to put him in the Echo Bench. And obviously a very easy victory against the dead guy. Alright, the other Loong just died, so we are up against a Goblin Queen. It's going to be a bit difficult because the Loong is not as good in the late game. But I'm still going to try my best, guys. Let's buy the Musketeer here. We could sell her, get the Archer, and I think I'll probably put the Archer in. 3-star the Knight, 3-star the Spear Goblin as well. I'll probably sell her. Let's try to get 2 Throwers in here, so possibly, yeah, Executioner would be really good. So I think we can honestly just go for that, and I think I'll wait till this next round. Maybe just sack this round. So we do have a guaranteed upgrade for the Goblin Machine. So what I'll probably do is 3-star the Musketeer instead because we don't actually need that guy in the Echo Bench. And this is going to be a tough match, guys. It's against the Goblin Queen. When we have the Elixir Loong, we could do a good job here. We just need to have a good comp. So next round, I will actually just kind of recomp. And we don't need that 3rd Goblin, the regular Stab Goblin, I believe. We might win this. We actually do win. But we are going to get quite a few 3-stars here. So let's upgrade him. Upgrade that XC. We get a 3-star Musketeer as well. We could sell that Goblin because we don't need him. And the last card, I will probably go for an Ace here. Looking at our trait comp. So maybe, let's see. We could go for a Mega Knight here. Mega Knight would be pretty good, I'd say. Or P.E.K.K.A. Either one works, to be honest. I'm not too picky right now. Whatever we can upgrade. Sure, we could go for the... Yeah, we could go for the P.E.K.K.A. for now. That's 3-star Executioner is actually really good. And yeah, that's very good for now. I would say, I'm trying to think here, guys. We have 7 troops, which is amazing, guys. We have 6 traits. So 6 traits is really good for a kind of makeshift comp. However, our opponent here does have that 4-star Valkyrie, which is going to be honestly a pain. I'm not quite sure if we're going to beat it. Look at how much health that guy has. He is tanking everything. Fortunately, though, we are going to take this round, so that's very good. And I would try to cycle for more cards here. 4-star Dart. That is also going to be really bad for us, to be honest. That's the only thing I feel like the Loong does struggle a lot in the late game because he really just does not get enough elixir. That's the problem. So, unfortunately, I think we got to end there. That's just 3-star P.E.K.K.A. hopefully. All right, not looking good. 4-star Dart, 4-star Valkyrie. So the thing with the rulers, guys, is the Empress and the Goblin Queen are going to be much better in the late game than the Loong, in my opinion, because they have way more elixir that you can get. But the Loong will always be the better early game card, and somehow we are actually surviving. We might actually win if we can survive against this 4-star Dart. Wait, no way we actually win this. We won the round? Guys, the Loong is still so good in the late game if you can do well with farming in the beginning, guys. So that's really good. We're in a pretty good position here. I would say maybe we could go for the Dart. Actually, we could probably go for a 4-star Dart, so let's do that. I'll probably just cycle for a little bit in case we get something else, maybe another Dark Goblin. It doesn't look like it, though. But as you can see here, the Loong, because he has 7 out of 7 troop slots, if you are able to farm early on and get a lot of 3-stars like we do in this game, the Loong will have that extra troop, which can give you up to like 2 different traits, which is amazing. So the Loong is still good in the late game. However, compared to the Empress, I'll say the Empress is better in the late game. But the Loong is so much better early game, so much more consistent, which is why he is the best ruler in the game now.